loves, and welcome to the With Intention podcast by Cami Sophia. Now today's episode is called A Healthy Body is Not One Size Fits All, and it was actually inspired by a DM that I received from one of you girlies this past week. But first things first, we're going to do our weekly recap. So this week I have really thrown myself into my healthy habits. I've kind of set myself a little 30-day challenge that I'm going to do for myself as a way to reset. I actually went through all of my drawers and literally all of my clothes. I have so many clothes, and I went through and I sold loads on Vinted, and I actually used the money to buy myself a Kindle, which is really exciting. And I've already read 100 pages and I got it last night. I am genuinely obsessed. It's such a cute size. It's so perfect to fit in my bag when I go to an event, or if I go to the gym. Even like this morning I went to Pilates class and then I read a book while I was on the treadmill, which was just a lovely way to spend my morning. I was then reading when I had my breakfast as well, and I think it's really going to help me lower my screen time and stop my mindless scrolling, which I definitely have a habit of. So as I said, for the next 30 days, I have given myself a challenge. So I want to do 10,000 steps a day. I want to journal every day. I want to read 10 pages. I want to eat well. I want to work out every day. This can include stretching when it's on like an active rest day. And then I want to drink 3 litres of water, do my red light therapy every night. And I do this while I'm reading, so it's a bit of a habit stack, but it just makes life so much easier than trying to do a million things in separate ways. And then I'm going to take my vitamins every day, but I'm just kind of really throwing myself back into it. And I definitely think that when the weather starts to get a bit colder, she says it's actually blue skies and sunny outside for once. But when the weather starts to get a bit colder, Gilmore Girls comes on, hot chocolates come along. Oh, it just makes me feel so good. So I'm very, very excited. It makes me feel more motivated to be productive. And to be honest, that's the best way to be. So I'm very excited. I think I will be doing an episode on fall favourites, aka autumn if you're from the UK. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a few favourite lists, maybe some activities, hobbies, products. I don't know. You guys DM me, tell me what you think, or leave a comment below if you're watching the YouTube video. But yeah, that is the vibe that we are going for. So last week, as I said, I received a beautiful message from a girl. So let me quickly get this up so I can show you guys. But it said, "Hey girlie, I love your podcast. Have you or can you do an episode about accepting your own size and not fitting in labelled clothes? I went shopping today, and usually I accept my body and I'm quite happy and understanding. As I've got older, my body has changed. But today I was trying on clothes and I was trying sizes that I have never tried before, and even bigger sizes from the shops weren't fitting me, and I felt so low in the changing rooms. Do you have any tips?" Now this kind of thing is something I do actually want to talk about a bit, because I've spoken about it a bit, but I want to do a whole episode on it. So that is what today's episode is, because I do think that we go through a second puberty where, you know, we obviously have our puberty where we have our period and, you know, our boobs come in and all of that. But I think we have a second one when we reach our 20s. I always had really clear skin until I entered my 20s. Acne came along and my body definitely changed. And I think it's such a common thing where we start comparing our 20-year-old bodies to our 16-year-old bodies, which is such an unfair comparison, because you have your second puberty, and you know, your body has gone through so much in such a short period of time. And as you guys all know, I am big on showing yourself love, loving yourself in the present moment. And I do know that that can be really, really hard, especially when you're trying on clothes and the sizes that used to fit you they don't fit you right anymore. But one thing that I want you to remember is that the clothes may say size 10, but from different shops they could fit completely different. Like for me, H&M I have to size down, whereas somewhere like Superdry I have to size like 2 sizes up, because sizes are all so different. Or maybe if I shop at Shein, I'd size up. When I shop at ASOS, I probably am about 10 or 12, whereas Superdry I'm a 14, whereas H&M I'm an 8 to 10. It's so different, and I think it's so important to not compare yourself or not put your value on the size of clothing that you are, because your clothes size is going to be different at every shop that you shop at. So we need to change the narrative from getting our body to fit in the clothes and change it to getting clothes that fit our body. So rather than hopping on a million fast fashion trends and hoping you feel better, you will feel 100 times better if you actually get clothes that fit you. So whether you spend a little bit more money on a pair of jeans and you go and get them tailored. One place I actually really love for jeans is Hollister. I'm actually wearing Hollister jeans now. They're the only place I actually own jeans from, because they have the waist measurements and the length measurements. It makes the biggest difference, especially if you're a curvy girl like me. You need the waist measurements, you need the length measurements, and it just makes a huge difference. They are a bit more expensive. I'd say they're about £50, but so worth it. I don't think blue jeans are going anywhere. I really don't think a good pair of blue jeans are going to go out of fashion anytime soon. So you might as well hop on it and go and grab yourself a good pair of jeans, wherever they may be from, because they are an investment piece. And I do genuinely think that when you start dressing for your body and you start wearing clothes that cater to your shape and accentuate the bits that you want to accentuate, it makes the biggest difference and makes you feel so confident. Now, there are actually studies that suggest that it is normal for your weight to continue to increase annually in your 20s, so mostly due to the increase in body fat compared to your teen years. But your diet and the amount that you exercise in your teens does not have the same effect as it does when you are in your mid-20s, and it is so much easier to slim down in your younger years, but as you get older it is a lot harder to lose weight when that is your goal. So your second puberty is in your 20s. It can make you experience more intense period cramps, acne, and actually more UTIs. I've actually only had a UTI once in my life, and it was so like irritating. It makes you just feel like you need to wee all the time. Anyway, so let's go through how your body can change in your 20s. So the first thing is your bones are still getting strong. Bone strength continues to increase in your 20s. So this means that you need to make sure you are getting a good amount of vitamin D and also calcium. You can get vitamin D supplements, but have a look into, you know, what you're taking, and obviously ask a medical professional before you do so. I actually was watching this thing on This Morning, and it was saying about how, because we're, you know, in that era of wearing SPF on your face every day, I wear SPF on my face every day, it means that you could actually not be getting the amount of vitamin D that you should be getting, because obviously SPF stops the sun from going on your face and damaging your skin, but it also stops you from being able to take in vitamin D. So it's really important to make sure you're eating your vitamin D, or that you have a supplement, or you have another way to get the vitamin D into your system. Now, next one is your weight will probably go up a little bit every year, but it's totally normal. That's one thing that I definitely do find hard to swing my head around, is the fact that, you know, my habits are probably healthier than they were a year ago. I eat well, I go to the gym, I work out consistently, I get my steps in, and, you know, my body is quite different from a year ago. Like, I look back, I think especially because I'm constantly filming my body working out, I do see my body a lot more than the average person probably. But yeah, it's really interesting to look back and go, oh wow, okay, I do look a bit different there, but I am equally as beautiful now. And I do think that comes with accepting, and also, you know, the whole point of this podcast, you can't hate yourself into a body that you love. So I want you to, yes, notice maybe you have gained a little bit of weight, and that is absolutely okay. You are equally as beautiful now as you were a year ago or 4 years ago or however long. You know, your value is not equated by the number on a scale, and I want you to remember that. Now, next thing you might experience is your skin is remembering every single thing that you do to it. So basically, you need to look after your skin, you need to be kind to your skin, you need to stop tugging at it, you need to make sure it's hydrated. You know, make sure you're taking off your makeup. I want you to double cleanse at night, because I promise you, one cleanse is not enough if you're wearing a full face of makeup. I'm telling you now, your face still has makeup on, even if you've only cleansed it once, okay? And you know, make sure that you're being kind to your skin. One thing I've definitely noticed is my acne, guys. My skin has cleared so much. My skin has cleared so much. And I have put it down to the fact that when I got acne, it was a time where I started receiving more PR. So I was using about 1 million different skincare products on my face. I was trying different moisturizers every day. I didn't have a super strict skincare routine. I just kind of played around, did what I felt like doing. You know, if my skin was dry, I'd put a clay mask on and assume that that would make it better, you know, like just loads of different things. I was using too many products on my face, and I am convinced that that is actually what caused my acne, because I was using so many different products. Whereas the past 4 weeks, when I went to my facialist, which I told you guys about a few weeks ago, I went for one appointment, I did a facial, and she gave me a skincare routine. I have been sticking to that skincare routine, and guys, when I tell you my skin has cleared up so much, I am genuinely like really starting to love my skin again. Which, if you've been listening for a long time, you will know that I have struggled with my acne for such a long time, so to be able to actually say something like that is amazing. But yeah, I've been using the Acne Side Purified, which is amazing. I've also been using the Dr. Jart Ceramide like range. All of that is incredible. It's so natural, it's so kind, it's so hydrating on your skin. So definitely go have a look at that. If you know, didn't hear what I just said, DM me on Instagram and I will send you my favourite products that have really helped clear my skin. Obviously, I know everyone's skin is different, but you know, it's worth trying product and actually sticking to it, because I've stuck to this skincare routine for 4 weeks and the difference is insane. I am so grateful that I made the decision to go to a facialist and actually listen to her. I'm so grateful. Anyway, next thing you might find is your periods finally get less random and less unpredictable. So for me, I've actually been really lucky, because my periods have always been very on the dot, literally since I was 12. I started my period when I was 12, and from then every month, like clockwork, unless I was on the pill, and I would like carry on taking my pill to skip my period if I needed to. But the only thing I do find is my period does like to come when I don't want it to come. Like, it fell on my birthday and it stayed for a whole week until the day before Reading, which was amazing. And then my period this month is going to be on the one night I stay with Matt while he, you know, moves to Liverpool. Like, he's literally moving to Liverpool on Tuesday, guys. We're going back to long distance, so maybe we need to do a long distance diaries again, because I feel like I've got more knowledge now. I've done 2 years. This will be my 3rd year doing long distance. So wish me luck, guys. But yeah, my period just seems to fall when it wants to fall at the most inconvenient times, because no one wants to be sat on a 3-hour train when they're on their period. Do they? Nope. The girlies that get it, get it. Anyway, so yeah, when you come into your 20s, your periods are going to be more regular. And I think it's because, I'm not 100% sure, but it's because when you're in your 20s, you're at your peak fertility. So your body has the cycle that it needs to be in to allow you to get pregnant, basically. Anyway, so the next one is you might have more acne than you did as a teenager. Now, this one definitely applies to me, but when you are in your 20s, you will have a surge of estrogen and progesterone around your menstrual cycle, and that can cause acne. Now, one thing about this is I have been doing seed cycling as well, and it's basically where you have different seeds depending on your phase of your menstrual cycle. And basically, the seeds that you take either produce progesterone or produce estrogen to help you balance out your levels of your hormone levels, which really should help you balance your hormones and help with acne, especially around your period. So definitely have a little look into that if you want to. I've actually found it really easy just putting the seeds into my morning smoothie, and that's a really easy way to incorporate, you know, the seeds that I need to without overthinking it or without it being stressful, having to think of another thing to add into your routine. So another possible reason for acne, again, is that women in their 20s wear more makeup and we're not necessarily taking it all off. So again, double cleanse, make sure you are taking your makeup off, because you are literally sleeping and leaving bacteria on your face. Now, another thing that the facialist actually recommended me, which is amazing, and again, I actually had it a few years ago and I didn't think it worked, but I just definitely didn't use it properly because it definitely does work. It's called Clini Soothe, and it's basically a spray that you put on your face that gets rid of bacteria, and I've been seeing a lot around TikTok about this spray or about dupes of it, and I know they do sell it on TikTok shop. But yeah, it's basically a really good spray if you're a sweaty girl. If you go to the gym, just give your face a nice spray to get rid of the bacteria that, you know, will seep into your open pores and create spots. Now, I have been putting this on probably multiple times a day. I do it once in the morning when I wake up just to get rid of any bacteria, especially because my dogs come in and wake me up by licking my face. So we're going to be spraying that around because it's definitely necessary. But yeah, so I spray my face in the morning, and then before I go to bed I cleanse, and then I spray it, and then I do my skincare routine, and then I go to sleep. So yeah, I love it. I actually got 2 bottles. So I have one that I keep in my car and then one that I keep in my bathroom. The one in my car is so ideal because I can just spray it when I get in from gym or the class or whatever. It just makes life so much easier, and you actually can spray it over makeup and it doesn't really do much. Like, it doesn't affect your makeup, which is really nice. So, and actually I also saw a thing that said that Madison Beer used this, and I know Madison Beer has had acne in the past. I don't know if she still has it, but you know, I'm gonna trust her because she's gorgeous. So next thing is that your menstrual cramps can actually get worse. Now, I can back this because I wasn't on the pill until I turned 17. So from the age of 12 to 17, I had natural periods. I went on the pill, my periods were never that bad. And then I came off the pill in March this year, and guys, my period's awful. Like, I cannot even believe how hard these periods are. And also, it's not even the actual pains itself, it's the hormones. Guys, like, if this is a guy listening to this, he's not going to relate to this at all, but the hormones and the hormone fluctuations I get, like, control my life. I literally, it was 2 Tuesdays ago, like 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago that I was on my period, I can't remember. But I literally felt so crap. I was like, no, I need to get up, because I'm a productive person. I thrive when I'm productive. I thrive and feel my best when I'm doing things. And I got up, went to my clothes drawer, and my hair was stroking my arm, and I started crying because I was like, oh my goodness, I'm getting so overstimulated. Why is my hair touching me? And if you have long hair, then you can totally relate to this, because sometimes I actually just get overwhelmed with my hair and it's touching me, and I'm just like, get away from me. Why are you touching me? Please stop. So yeah, and then I put on a hoodie, I put my hood up, and I cried in bed for like an hour. It was really great. At that point, I was really glad that I worked from home, because gosh, I would not be able to manage working in an office environment when I'm on my period, because gosh, I said to my mum, I was like, Mum, I'm gonna have to go back on the pill if I have to deal with this every month, because I can't even have one day a month where I'm literally crying my eyes out, like feeling so low energy and just not with it. So I cannot handle that. So I'll keep you guys updated, because I might have to go back on the pill, but we'll see how I feel about my acne and if I'm on top of it through the skincare routine, and then we'll go from there. Anyway, the next one is you might get a little curvier. Now, for the most part, regardless of diet and exercise, your body can carry weight in places it never used to, and you will definitely notice more fat distribution in your hips, your thighs, and it's basically your body preparing you to carry a child, which is such fun, isn't it? It's like the childbearing hips, as they say. But yeah, just to take note, I feel like women are not small men. Now, that is something I want you to remember when you think about, you know, your energy levels, your fat distribution. If you're comparing yourself to a male, women are not small men. So, you know, we have boobs, we have bums, like our weight and our fat distributes so differently, and the way we burn fat also is very different. So you couldn't, well, you could, but it probably wouldn't be working with your body if you followed a man's workout plan. Whereas if you made a workout plan to work with your cycle, to work with your hormones, that is where you are going to have the most efficient, you know, workout plan and energy levels, and, you know, your most efficient way of staying consistent, because you're working with your body rather than against it. Now, I wanted to go through some small ways that you can start loving your body. So first thing I want you to do is actually commit to it. So if you are thinking about this, if you are even listening to this podcast episode, you have already decided to commit to your body. Just the acknowledgement that you want to change is how you start to change. So it's all about changing how you feel about your body, acknowledging that you might have a negative relationship with it, and deciding that you want to change that into a positive relationship. Next thing I want you to do is ditch the narrative that looking a certain way is going to make you happier. Why do you want to look different? Okay, most likely it's because you think if you do, then other people are more likely to like you. You think that if you look different, you're more likely to like yourself. I'm sorry, absolutely not. We are sold this idea that looking a certain way will bring us approval, affection, love, respect and value, and it could not be more untrue. Looking a certain way will not make you happy, and before you can learn to love your body, you need to get rid of the idea that if you looked different, you wouldn't be sad, you wouldn't be lonely, or you wouldn't be rejected. Okay, because that's just not the case. Now, next thing I want you to do is stop judging other people's bodies. Now, for you to learn to love your body, you need to stop judging other people based on their bodies. So when you criticize another person's body, you send the message to yourself that bodies are a valid measure of a person's value, which they are not, okay? So you deserve to be loved, you deserve to be accepted in the exact body that you have, and so does everyone else. So stop judging people based on their bodies. Next thing I want you to do is cleanse your social media feeds of anything that is going to make you feel bad about your body. So those super skinny celebrities that make you feel insecure on Instagram, that is directly linked to your low body confidence, whether you think it's affecting you or not. Even if you are scrolling past it quickly, exposing your mind to this again and again is going to create unrealistic body standards. So I want you to be mindful of the images and be mindful of the content that you are consuming and create boundaries for yourself. Next thing I want you to do is only follow social media accounts that show bodies like yours, okay? Or maybe not only, but try to follow more Instagram accounts that show bodies like yours, okay? Show yourself images of people that look happy and confident and sexy in their body that is similar to yours. That is one of the biggest key things I can recommend. Curating your social media consumption will make a huge difference on your perception of what a beautiful body is. Next thing is get to know your body. So your body is a physical expression of your emotions. When you change your posture, you can literally go from looking insecure and uncomfortable to looking like the most confident person in the room. And it is all about your body language and your posture and just the way you bring yourself and literally just your aura. So once you are familiar with your body's language, you can listen to the messages that your body is sending you and work with it. Now, next thing I want you to do is do something that makes your body feel good every day. Now, this can be something as simple as working out or having a bath or eating a Freddo frog or, spraying perfume on you that will make you feel good or getting dressed up for the day. Like, I'm literally dressed in a nice top and jeans. I have no plans to leave the house, but I've dressed this way because this is something that makes me feel good and makes me feel, beautiful in myself, and that's exactly what I deserve. So for me, something that I do every day to love my body and make my body feel good is working out. For myself, working out is a way for me to celebrate my body and show myself what my body can do. And I think when you make it a habit to do something good for your body every day, whether it's literally setting aside a few minutes for a massage or putting on some soft pajamas or doing a face mask, it is all about training your brain to associate your body with positive feelings. So make it a habit to show your body love, and it will start to feel natural over time. Next thing is practice gratitude for your body. Our bodies carry us throughout the days with grace and love and strength. So let's show some gratitude for that, because our bodies are absolutely incredible and they deserved to be loved. Now, next thing I want you to do is make exercise about feeling good. So work out because you love your body and not because you hate it. So when it comes to exercise, I want you to get into the mindset that you are moving your body because it makes you happy, and allow exercise to bring you joy. So I want you to celebrate your body, not beat it down because it's not the shape that you want it to be. Okay, because again, a healthy body is not one size fits all. Now, next thing is dress your body affectionately. So sometimes when we feel insecure about our body, we consciously or even unconsciously dress our body with clothes that's going to cover up as much as our body as possible to attract less attention. I want you to change the narrative and dress your body like the piece of art that it is. I want you to be intentional, be attentive, expressive, and if you are able to treat yourself to a new item to make you feel good and make your body feel good, then do it. Because when you dress with intention, we are treating it like something that is worthy of attention and love. Next thing I want you to do is do some mirror work. Learning to love your body is not something that is going to happen overnight, but what you can do is create small daily habits to show yourself and show your body love that is going to allow you to make it come naturally to you. So you could practice positive affirmations and do them in front of a mirror, and that is going to help you get into the habit of speaking about your body in a kind way. Now, next thing I want to talk about is the mental glow up you are going to have when you practice these key things. So the first thing is practicing self-compassion. Be compassionate with yourself, allow yourself to have grace, show yourself kindness, and know that this is a long journey to loving yourself. It takes time. Don't expect it to be overnight, but just be kind to yourself and almost switch the narrative and make sure that you are making a conscious effort to speak about yourself positively. Next thing I want you to do is set actionable, achievable daily goals. Now, these can literally, again, be doing something kind to your body, like working out, spending time outdoors, putting on some nice pajamas, doing a face mask, whatever it is, just set achievable goals that you can do every day to show yourself some love. Next thing is prioritize quality sleep. Girlies, we need sleep, so prioritize your sleep, because I promise you the amount of amazement you will get when you realize how good you feel when you are getting at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep is mental. So let's try and, prioritize our sleep and get quality sleep. Next thing is challenge negative self-talk. So when you catch yourself being unkind to yourself, challenge it. Say, well, why do I feel like this? Why have I just said that to myself? Why do I feel like it's okay to talk to myself like that? Because realistically, if a boyfriend was talking to you like that, or one of your friends was talking to you like that, you would be like, absolutely not. You're not my boyfriend anymore. You're not my friend anymore, because that is not a nice way to talk to me. So why are you allowing why are you allowing yourself to talk to yourself like that? Next thing is engage in hobbies that you enjoy. There is such a joy that can be found from doing hobbies, especially hobbies that aren't working towards a particular goal. So for me, I love singing, I love doing piano. I have no interest in becoming a professional pianist or becoming a pop star. I mean, actually, no, that's a lie. I would love to be a pop star. Someone give me a record deal immediately. Thank you so much. But it is something I do to show myself love, make myself feel good, and just enjoy myself and be creative and have fun. So try and find something that, gives you that vibe too, that makes you feel good. Now, part of feeling confident in yourself is definitely about treating yourself well. And I saw this thing on Instagram that said that you should live with your future self filter on. So you should basically behave as though you already are your future self, as though you already are your highest version of yourself. So the highest version of myself is going to have a good skincare routine. She's going to have good, glowy, gorgeous skin, and her gut health is going to reflect from the inside out. Next thing she's going to do is be hydrated. She is going to be drinking plenty of water. She's going to be so hydrated. She only drinks water, and she has lemons and cucumber and melon in there, Next thing is she has a balanced diet. She eats nutrient-dense rich foods in vitamins and antioxidants, and they help her have healthy hair and healthy skin and good energy levels and make her feel and look incredible. Next thing is adequate sleep. Again, we aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep. We wake up feeling restored, our energy is amazing, we are ready for a productive day because we had an amazing amount of sleep. Next thing is regular exercise. She stays active, she goes for walks, she goes running, she goes to the gym, she goes to Pilates, she moves her body because she feels amazing when she does this, she looks amazing because she does this, and the glow is just incredible. Next thing she does is she practices self-care. She takes time for relaxation and mindfulness to reduce stress and nurture her mental health. She dresses confidently. She wears clothes that makes her feel confident and comfortable in her own skin. She dresses for her body. She doesn't cater her body to the clothes. She caters the clothes to her body. Next thing she has is good posture. She stands tall, she takes up space, she exudes confidence and poise, and she's very demure and cutesy. Next thing is she has positive relationships. She surrounds herself with positive, supportive people that are kind to her, that uplift her, that motivate her and make her feel amazing in herself and in her environment. So to wrap up today's episode, thank you so much for listening, by the way. So the quote of the week is, "To attract better, you have to become better. You can't do the same things and expect change. Transform your mindset, upgrade your habits, think positive, be hopeful and consistent with your evolution. It starts with you and how you feel about yourself." Now this is so true. It always starts with you. You are the only person that is going to make you become the best version of yourself. So again, thank you so much for listening. If you want to become the best version of yourself, then join Becoming You Coaching for personalized workout plans and meal plans, monthly goal setting, and so much more. So please ensure to rate the podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe if you are watching the YouTube channel. I love you all, and I will see you next week. Bye.